I was born in 1980 in a small town in eastern China, so near Shanghai. It's at that time probably 2 or 3 hours driving from my hometown to Shanghai. But in the 1980s, so China is still poor, or was still poor at that time. So when I was a kid, and at that time, so we always being like a power outage. So sometimes we don't have power, and we needed to write our homework under the candle. So actually, a company's owner, they donated 20 computers to my school. I still remember the computer. The parameter, the computer was like 286. Yeah, it's very old computer. If from today's perspective, very old, and the performance is kind of weak. But for me, it's this is just I just finished my elementary school and entered the primary school, and for the probably in it's like grade 7. Yeah, it's for grade 7, and that was my first time to touch real computers. Real computers. They spent almost 1 year earning to buy a computer for me. My computer teacher told them the computer is the future. Computer is the future, especially for the 21st century. Right. At that time, was still in the 20th century, Right. So my parents, so after that talk, they decided to buy a computer without any hesitation. I still keep the reviews of my first submission to ISCA. The review only 10 English words. Paper summary, not true. Strengths, not true. And weakness, too hard to read. We rewrote the paper times by times. Yeah. Right. And I think almost like more than 100 times. I keep all those scripts. Yeah. Right. Scripts, manuscripts, and finally, the paper was get accepted to the Sigmatrix. A friend from UC Berkeley sent an email to me. He said, okay, there was Chinese version position paper. The paper entitled the RISC-V instructions set should be free. The case for RISC-V. Yeah. So he said, can this paper be published on the communication of CCF? I said, wow, this paper is great. So of course. So the paper was published on the second issue of the year 2015. I think this was the first public appearance of RISC-V in China. Making money is not my first priority. Yeah, I think it's if we can change the world, that is I'm more excited about on changing the world. They are at their 70s. They live with us, and they still like treat me as a kid. Yeah, yeah, always waiting me for dinner together.
Армысыздар, құрметті достар. This is PhD Talks, another episode of PhD Talks. And today, I'm really honored to have our guest from China, from the Chinese Academy of Science, Dr. Yungang Bao, Deputy Director and Professor of the Institute of Computing Technology, Chinese Academy of Science, Deputy Dean of the School of Computer Science, University of Chinese Academy of Science, Secretary General of China Open Command Ecology RISC-V Alliance, and member of the Council of RISC-V International Foundation. And one more, Deputy Director of the CCF Open Source Development Committee. Is that true?
Yes, it's too long.
Dr. Bao, welcome. So honored to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, Professor Bao, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, this show is all about you, honestly. Like, we will try to get to know you better, but along the way of your life, I would say, just to maybe get to know about your research and your academic life.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, we usually start from the very, very beginning, like as far as you're comfortable. Can you maybe tell about your childhood, like where were you born, and maybe you can remember some moments from your childhood that can showcase your curiosity and maybe the curiosity about the science and the engineering.
Okay. Yeah, so your question recorded me about my life, my child life. So I was born in 1980 and in a small town in eastern China. So near Shanghai. It's at that time probably 2 or 3 hours driving from my hometown to Shanghai. But, in the 1980s, so China is still poor, or was still poor at that time. So when I was a kid, and at that time, so we always being like a power outage. So sometimes we don't have power and we needed to write our homework under the candle kind of things. But that was the 1980s.
Yeah.
But during even for these poor conditions, but my parents, they, especially I think for my hometown, people have long history of paying attention to education, to invest on education for kids. So it has a very, very long history, probably like more than 1,000 years since So every family, the parents usually willing to pay any cost to invest on kids' education. So when I was like in the element school, for example, like grade 3 or grade 4, and my parents, they have subscribed many magazines for me. Some magazines are like science magazine, many magazines. I still remember there is a magazine with very colorful pages. Yeah, I think when I was just at grade 3. So the curiosity, I think it should be raised during that time. Yeah, I read many scientific magazines. So that I think was the first important moments for me to be interested in science. And later, when I entered the high school, not a high school, primary, the school, and that was when I was like 13 years old. 13 years old. So just I mentioned that since in my hometown, people are willing to invest on education. Yeah. So at that time, an entrepreneur, so actually a company's owner, they donated 20 computers, 20 computers to my school. Yeah, 20 computers. At that time, the computer was like I still remember the computer. The parameter, the computer was like 286. Yeah, it's very old computer. If from today's perspective, very old, and the performance is kind of weak. But for me, it's this is just I just finished my elementary school and entered the primary school, and probably in it's like grade 7. Yeah, it's for grade 7, and that was my first time to touch real computers. Real computers. I was totally impressed by computers.
Right.
So I learned during the classes in my school, I learned how to operate computer, and I learned some computer language like a basic. At that time. Finally, I decided to buy a computer, my own computer. My parents still supported me. Yeah, they actually they spend almost 1 year earning to buy a computer for me. The computer is 486.
I see.
That was I was at the age of 14.
Yeah.
So this brought me really a new world, a computer world. So when I had my own computer, then I taught myself. I learned like a Pascal language. I learned how the Windows 95 at that time. Yeah, learn how to program computer, how to program computer. Yeah, so I write programs and to solve some mathematical problems, and I also submit my solution to a newspaper. At that time there are some newspapers. They on every issue there were some questions, problems. There's open problems. You can solve the problem and submit your solution with a floppy disk. And I did it. I did it many times. And when I saw my name on the next issue's newspaper, well, I felt very proud. That is, I think, this made me be interested in computer science. And finally, when I entered the Nanjing University, and I just choose the computer science without any doubt.
Wow.
So that is my early age story.
Yeah. I mean, one very interesting thing I think that you mentioned is the role of parents in your education and your the born of that spark and the curiosity to continue, I guess, studying. Is it something that's general in China, or is it something that is specific to your family? What do you think?
I think in my hometown it's general.
I see.
Yeah, in my hometown it's general. So, from my perspective and my observation, at least in many other area, like in Eastern China, so many area they have with kind of a long history. They have they treat education as the highest priority in a family. Yeah, most area like this. Yeah.
Interesting. Is it something cultural or like?
Yeah, I think so. This is cultural. This is cultural. So you know, in China, there's an ancient saying that called 孟母三迁, which means in 孟母 is a mom, is a mother. He is the Memphis, the mothers of Memphis. So he wants to. So his mother wanted his son to have good environment, the study environment. So the mother actually moved the whole family 3 times. Yeah. So in this is a very old story. It's like kind of like the story is already happened 2,500 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, this is actually is very common in some areas. The people are willing to move for a better environment, for the education environment for kids. Yeah,
I see. Wow. So the buying of that computer, very expensive computer, I bet it must be like very, very expensive at those days.
Yeah, at that time, my first computer costs more than 10,000
Wow.
RMB, 10,000 RMB at that time. Yeah, it's usually the salary for ordinary people is only like 300s or around like 300s or even sometimes 200s. So it's quite expensive at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you have to convince your parents, or it was like just an easy ask? And
my parents initially my parents were kind of skeptical with computer. They don't know what is computer. So I brought them to my teacher at school. So I still remember one evening, my whole family went to school to talk to my teacher, my computer teacher. So my computer teacher told them that computer is the future. Computer is the future, especially for the 21st century.
Right.
At that time, was still in the 20th century,
Right.
So my parents. So after that talk, they decided to buy computer without any hesitation. Yeah.
I see. Wow. And anything you want to say about your teacher? Maybe like a programming teacher?
Oh yeah, my computer teacher. Actually, he was my physics teacher. He learned computer by himself. Actually, he taught himself.
I see.
And but I maybe I'm one of his favorite students. So he always when he taught computer skills, and I always when he learned computer study, when he studied computer skills, and I always been sitting just sitting aside of near him. So I still remember at that time he is applying for the college, the bachelor degree from a local college, and he get enrolled. And every weekend he went to the college to learn computer, to study computer courses. But every weekend he brought me together. So at that time I can't understand all those stuff, but the environment is very important.
Right.
So I get anyway I get some new words, new concepts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. And you said your first language was Basic, and like the programming language that you learned was
Basic. But actually I used Pascal much more than basic. I
see.
like Pascal. I like Pascal better than basic. Yeah.
Yeah, Pascal was actually my also first language.
Okay.
the blue screen.
Yes.
The idea of the Pascal.
I still remember. I used the Turbo Pascal.
Right.
The IDE environment.
Exactly.
So, but nobody taught me how to use the IDE environment. So it took me almost like 3 days to find out where was the result. where was the result? Yeah, I just run. Okay, what? So the screen, there's a black screen just in one less than 1 second. Then there's nothing. Right. So I don't know where were the results.
Yeah, that idea was actually pretty fun. I remember the visualizing and debugging arrays in Pascal was a bit much convenient for some reason. When I switched to C++ and C, the IDEs didn't like visualize the arrays properly. I used to think that Pascal, Turbo Pascal IDE was much better at showing those values.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did you any game experience like at those age when you were 13? Did you play any games on your computer?
I actually play game very little. Yeah. So actually I like programming more than game. So I only play very like tiny games. Yeah, some tiny games for like the mining game and the card game. Yeah, okay, this kind of game. So there's no big games.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you mentioned that newspaper, submitting your solutions to a newspaper. Was it also like some programming magazine or like a?
This is a computer newspaper.
I see.
It's so my parents, they subscribed several computer related newspaper for me. So some I still remember one is like a computer China computer education newspaper. This is for kids. Yeah, for kids, for students. And another is just a China computer newspaper. This is for the industry, for engineers.
Right.
And so there are many skills, many techniques. But this technique is how to fix computer, how to assemble a computer. This kind of content. Yeah, but there are different pages. Right. Some pages, the content focused on like for kids. So they will put some problem on this page.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to like solve it and then you submit it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Does that newspaper still exist, or some online version of it? Does it still exist?
I think it still exists.
I see.
Yeah. Wow. So it's this is.
Did you attend any computer science Olympiads, like competitive programming Olympiads? During high school or
high school? Yeah, I was trained and to attend this kind of competition. But in China, when we were in high school, so the other courses is the priority is higher than computer.
I see.
I still for the first semester, my the whole city in our city, so the final exam of the semester, my score, my total score, it ranked number 3 in the city. So it's a very good. This is very good. And but for the next semester, so for the whole semester, I spend more time on computer. And since at that time I'm the high school teacher, the computer teacher, they even gave the key, the computer lab, the key of the computer lab to me, so I can enter the computer lab anytime at any time. So, but the cost is my other courses.
I see.
The exam, the score is not stable now.
Right.
Not stable. Sometimes yes, it's okay. I can still rank like number one in my class, but sometimes even drop to like a turn after turns.
Right.
So my teacher, he one day he came to me, said, okay, now the national exam is more important. Mm-hmm. So you have to hand off the key.
Give it back now, right?
Give it back, yeah. So finally, since I think at that time I was in another competition for physics. Yeah, I was preparing like a physics competition. So finally, I decided not to attend the computer competition.
I see.
But it's okay. So since when I go to universities, I still choose computer science.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you are in doing research in computer architecture, right? I mean, do you remember any like occasions from that time where you actually like were curious about how computers work, or learning maybe some attempts to learn assembly language? Do you remember anything like that?
Yes, I think when I was at university as an undergraduate student, and several courses. I love several courses like computer organizations. At that time, there was no computer architecture, but we have a computer organization.
Right.
And data structure, yes. So those courses, I like those courses very, very much. I think so. For the computer organization course, so there are two parts. One is like theory, another is labs. Those labs. So for the labs, the teacher, the final lab, the last lab is the task is to deassembly the code that can run on the this is a machine. The machine is a microprogramming machine. So you need to write microprogramming and program microprogramming for that machine and to make the machine run some instructions. But the microprogramming is uploaded from a PC. A PC will upload the microprogramming to that machine. This machine is a experiment machine. Yeah. So the teacher assigned the last project is to assemble all those codes and write report about how the machine works. Yeah. But one part is everyone, in our class there are 200, about like 200 in my another year. So nobody know how the machine works because it seems like there is a missing piece. Without that piece, so the total procedure, the program seems nobody can explain why the machine works. But I finally found okay, actually the problem is actually on the PC side. So then I found a solution. I disassemble not only the machine part, but also the PC PC part. And finally, the two pieces, make them together, combined. When the two pieces combined, then the whole procedure can be expanded. So I think that is an example. That is an example about how I solve the computer architecture or organizing related problem. And this give me a lot of confidence, and I feel I like this kind of jobs, kind of things.
Hardware, right?
Hardware stuff, yeah. So although, when my bachelor, my undergraduate defense, my undergraduate thesis is about natural language processing, not computer hardware.
I see.
But it's okay. Yeah. So since when I go to graduate school, I still choose. Finally, I choose computer architecture as my research area.
Yeah, I think we kind of skipped. I mean, you mentioned it, but we kind of quickly skipped it. The national exam in China.
Oh, national exam. Yeah.
It seems like it's a. I mean, because your teacher said that it's important, the priority is high. Maybe we can just expand that topic a little bit, and how the preparation of the high schoolers for the national exams are, and why is it so important? Maybe we can you expand that topic a little bit?
Yeah. So the national exam is set up in 1978 after Mr. Deng Xiaoping. He actually under his proposal. So I think the national exam is the most the first priority for national exam is fairness. So everyone took a national exam at their 18, 19 ages. From some kids even younger. So when they were 15 years old, they will attend the national exam. Yeah, but a national exam is just in 1 month or 2 weeks later. Now China will this year's national exam will take place. Yeah, so more than 10 million students will attend the national exam. So this is a very, very important, most important event. Yeah, for family, for every family. So first, we needed to take usually a 5 exam, it's Chinese and mathematics and physics, chemistry and English. Yeah. So for my year, there are 5 courses. 5 courses, and each course is 150 points. So in total, it's 750 points. After the national exam, actually the scores are ranked in each province. Each province. For example, my hometown is Jiangsu province. In Jiangsu province, for my year, there were more than 300,000 students attending the national exam. Yeah. So these 300,000 students will ranked the province will rank 300,000 students.
Yeah.
And usually first 200 will go to Tsinghua or Peking University, and first 1,000 students rank the students rank on the top 10,000, the top 1,000, will go to Nanjing University or some other university. So my rank is it's a range. My rank is around between the 350 and 500 in my province. So honestly, my rank, I can't go to Tsinghua and Peking University for that year, but yes, I can go Nanjing University with I can choose any majors.
Any major.
Yeah. So, but different majors has different bars.
I see. And those 5 subjects that you choose for your, do you choose those subjects like for the national exam, or
it's fixed?
It's fixed. I see.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Interesting. So everyone's
yes,
does the physics, chemistry. I see. Okay. And so which means a lot of people don't go to the university, right? So it's is there like a threshold of people who just doesn't get a chance to go to the
yes,
higher education?
So for example, for my year, I think the threshold is about 500 points, around 500 points. If the score is higher than 500 scores, then they can go to college. But if lower than that score, then they have to find probably they cannot go to university. Rather, they go to colleges or local colleges. Yeah.
I see. Wow. Very competitive, it means, right?
Very competitive, yeah. So usually for Tsinghua and Peking University, I just mentioned that 200 out of 300,000 students can go to Tsinghua and Peking University. This is top 1,000.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Is there do you remember any maybe challenges during those days? I mean, it seems like very, very couple of days of that exam, and you study for that specific day. It's so many years, right? I mean, very, very challenging. Do you remember any maybe challenges or some occasions during those high school times?
Yeah, for my high school time, the high school it has dorm, so usually we stay school for for almost let me think about that.
So it's a boarding school, you go to the dorms and you stay in the school?
Yeah, I stay in school, and at that time we only have 1 day holiday.
I see.
Per month.
Per month,
yeah. So and every month I go back. Yeah, I went back home and stay 1 night. Then next day afternoon, I go back to school again. So this is our normal time.
Yeah.
But every week we have a half day. This is the free time for us, so you can go to shopping or buy something. Actually, every week we studied for 6.5 days. Yeah. So that is very, very competitive. Very, but you know, I still think this high school time is, you know, it's things that a lot of people, a lot of kids, they work. We studied together.
Yeah.
So we have dorm. Every night we talked a lot.
Yeah.
after light was off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like go to library. So I read a lot of book during the high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So although it seems like the time seems very tough, but it's not boring. I like the I still remember. I hope one day, the whole class can, we can go to high school for 1 week to re-experience, experience the high school life, for 1 week.
Definitely, yeah. So because we had we had a boarding school as well. So I mean, it's not popular in Kazakhstan, the boarding schools, but I happened to go to the boarding school.
Okay.
And I mean the atmosphere is different. The friends I made there is like forever, I guess, right?
Yes,
I still remember.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess continuing your throughout your life chronologically, I guess right now we are in the undergrad period. So you said you did the computer science and you did the natural language processing for your bachelor's kind of thesis defense, right?
Yeah.
So I guess why did you decide, and when maybe you started thinking about continuing the grad school, and is it very popular in China to consider the grad school like after the bachelor's? So maybe we can open that up. Yeah.
I went to university after the year of 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so at that time, most students thought about going abroad after getting the bachelor degree. So it's very, very common. And I think at that time, I was also thinking about going abroad. So, and we study the GRE. You know,
Right.
I'm not sure if how about in Kazakhstan, but in China, during that time, almost every student when they were freshmen, they bought the GRE book and memorizing the words every day. So I used to study like this, but since the second year, I found something more interesting. So because at that time, the second year is the year 2000. For the year 2000, you know, the internet bubble is still there, was still there. So the Cisco was very, very popular at that time. So I decided to learn the network skills and decided to learn the Cisco the devices, how the Cisco devices run, how network worked. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time outside school, outside the university, and to learn the Cisco stuff.
They had certification programs.
Yeah,
right?
certification, the CCNA, like CCIE, and so forth. So then that for that semester, my score, some courses like like probability and then those scores. I got I still remember my score is only 61 for that subject. Since GPA is not that competitive, so GPA is not that competitive. So then I have to decide to choose another career path. Another career path. Then I decided to go to graduate school. Go to the domestic graduate school, but I needed to take another exam. This exam is for graduate. This is also a national exam, but this national exam is for graduation entry, for graduate school and entry.
I see.
Yeah, for graduate school. So, yes. That was for the year 2003. For year 2003, I took the exam, and but this time my English was got stuck. So my English was very poor. So and but my English was poor, so I already gave up for that year, since my English is only 41. The points is only 41.
Right.
Only 41. So this is 41 out of 100.
Right.
It's very low. It was very low, and anyway, that year the national the threshold is 40. So I got accepted by the ICT. So since my English is just above the threshold, so I entered the ICT in 2003. That is my story about of how to get in the graduate school.
I see. And is it common to go to graduate school, like in China generally, or people usually just immediately decide that they're going to complete their bachelor's and start working immediately? Or, is it very popular to consider grad school after completing bachelor's?
I think half.
Half.
Yeah, half. So for my year, like around 2003, so let me think about 10% to 20% going abroad, and then like 20% to 40% they went to graduate school, and then have directly work.
I see. So you got accepted to ICT, and how did you choose like your I guess the research direction? When does it usually happen during the grad school? And did you get accepted immediately to PhD, or is it you go through the masters in Chinese system?
Yes, we have two choices. One is you can do master, and then in the second year transfer to be PhD student. Another is you can directly pursue the master degree. There are two choices. Actually, I was assigned. Actually, not my choice. I was assigned to be the option one. So I did my master degree for 2 years, and then in the end of the second year, I did a transfer to be a PhD student.
And so obviously which program did you choose? Like when you started your grad school? I mean, because it definitely like affects
in
the
China,
classes you take,
in
right?
China we have three program. One is computer architecture, another is computer software, and another is computer applications. At that time, AI is not that popular.
Yeah.
Not that popular. So, computer application include AI.
I see.
Yeah, include AI. But my interest is in computer architecture.
Right.
So I choose computer architecture program.
I see. So it's 2 years of classes, right? Probably. So during the masters, you take 2 years.
No,
pure
1
classes?
year.
1 year, I
year
see.
classes, and then we do research. We go to labs, go to research group.
I see.
Yeah, we join. I joined the one research group. So in China, it's probably different from the U.S. system. So we when we get accepted to SAT, then we joined research group immediately. Yeah, immediately. So and then we will take 1 year classes. After 1 year class, we join the research group to do research. Yeah.
I see. So do you have an option to choose which research group to go, or it gets like you get assigned to a group or something?
Yeah, this is decided when we do interview during the exam, the graduation exam.
I see.
So there are two parts. One is you take the paper exam, and then is face-to-face interview. Actually, after the face-to-face interview, so then students are assigned to different groups. But anyway, we this is kind of like a double choice. It's double selected. So we submit advisors. We want to choose, and but for one advisor, he or she probably has multiple applicants. So he or she will choose the guy he likes.
Right.
Yeah. Then the others can choose others can choose other advisors later. Yeah.
And does it work similar to like international students? Like, for example, someone graduating in Kazakhstan and wants to do PhD in China, for example, how would that work? I mean, is it a separate process for international students, or it's
for international students?
Yeah.
It's separate. It's separate process.
I see.
Yeah. So sometimes it's students can contact advisor. And once the advisor is accepted, once the advisor decided to accept the student, and then the process will go directly. Yeah, it's totally different process.
I see. I mean, this is just for for our, I guess, listeners. If they consider like China as an option for grad school, and in terms of the like examinations, is there any requirements like a language? Do they have to do GRE maybe, or like what kind of expectations are from the international students?
Yeah, for international students, so we can there are several different programs. For example, like English program. So for English program, they can just all courses are in English. Yeah. So I know some international students, they choose this program. But others are the Chinese-based program. Then students need to pass some like Chinese
Level, right? Like
yes, grade. Yeah. Chinese exam, yeah.
So at what point you choose your topic, I guess, for, I mean, obviously it's a group, right? So, but what is the process of once you are in the group? How do you kind of navigate through which topic you want to work on, or is it usually the advisor just gives you a task and you just work on it? So, or is there some sort of balance? Maybe you can we can talk about that.
Yeah, things changed a lot over the past 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a graduate student, actually China's research quality was far behind like US or other area.
Mm-hmm.
So we even didn't know where to public.
Right.
We didn't know computer science area. People published their work on top conferences.
Yeah.
We have no idea. We had no idea at that time. So at that time, we just, many universities, research group, they just they worked on some engineering program, engineering work.
Mm-hmm.
They work for many companies, like the MIS system, like this kind of stuff. A lot of engineering work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's almost no research at that time at the universities. Yeah, but I mean, things change very fast. So when I was in the second year, so ICT is kind of different. Since ICT has some advanced research program, and ICT also had a very good connection with international research group.
Right.
Even when I think it was 1994, 30 years ago. So ICT invited Professor Dave Patterson from UC Berkeley to fly to ICT and taught ICT students for 1 week, the 1 week courses.
Which year is this?
1994.
Oh, that year! Wow.
Yeah, very early. So ICT has it's kind of different. So it has a very good connection with the international research community. So we inside ICT, there were some advanced research projects. Yeah, so I was assigned to join a research projects in around 2004, my second year. So that project, even from today's perspective, it was very, very, very challenging. So this project is use the optical connection to access remote memory. So this is one machine A. Here what we have done is we built a board. The board was plugged in the DIMM slot, just like a fake memory, a fake memory. But there's no memory in that board. There's only an optical interconnection, an optical connection, and with the fiber to connect the memory box on remote memory on other machine B. Yeah, this is just like a memory box,
Right.
remote memory. Yes, this is the project run in 2004.
Wow.
Very. That project is very challenging, but I learned a lot from that project.
Right.
I learned how to modify like a BIOS to make the machine run, to make a machine boot with a fake memory.
Right.
Yeah, I learned how to write drivers to enable that fake memory work.
Right.
Yeah, and I also program FPGA since there's a FPGA on that board.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I learned a lot. So my PhD work finally is based on this project. So we build this is after that optical project. The next project is a memory tracing tool. Mm-hmm. The memory tracing tool is we modified the board. The board was plugged on the DIMM slot. Mm-hmm. We modified the board to be able to monitor all memory transaction mm-hmm. on the bus. Mm-hmm. On the bus, and then we use FPGA to collect all those transactions and send from the fiber, mm-hmm. send out to storage. So then we can do online memory tracing.
Right.
This is my PhD work, but this is a physical memory.
Yeah.
Since the FPGA get all physical memory addresses. Then I did another work. I insert some annotation, insert some codes in the memory, in the operating system page tables. When do page tables, it will send a signal to the board to indicate, okay, there is a page table updates.
Yeah.
So then we dump all page tables. Mm-hmm. In this case, we can do when we replay memory traces. So you can reverse all physical memory into virtual memory. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, because you get all page table information here. Right. So in this case, we can get all the memory traces in the virtual. To distinguish all those memory traces into processor's virtual address. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my PhD work, and this work was accepted to the Sigmatrix conference. Right. That was, I think, is the first top conference paper published in China. Yeah, but I submitted the work to ISCA, to ASPRAS, and but nobody instructed us, because my advisor at that time, he never submitted a paper to those top conference. He had a little experience, even no experience of submitting a work to top conferences. So I just we together to learn how to write English paper and how to submission. So I still keep the reviews of my first submission to ISCA. The review only 10 English words. Paper summary. What is paper summary? Not true. Yeah. Strengths. Not true. And weakness. too hard to read. This is the summary. This is the review. And finally, we get a we taught ourselves, and we read a lot of papers to see how others write paper, and finally we rewrote the paper times by times. Yeah.
Right.
And I think almost like more than 100 times. I keep all those scripts, yeah,
right,
scripts, manuscripts, and finally, the paper was get accepted to the Sigmatrix conference.
I see.
This is my first English paper, and later. The other is the year 2008. 2008. The paper was published in 2000, and then we get some experience. Then we, based on the memory tracing tool, we did another research on how to optimize the DMA work, DMA memory access, from I/O devices. Then we proposed like DMA cache. Then the other work was accepted to the HPC 2010. So finally we get we know how to write English paper and how to get accepted to those top conference.
Yeah. Interesting. Quick question about like a general question, I would say, like, what is the requirement? You mentioned that like submitting to top conferences is okay in China, like, because some things, like something that I'm not used to here after graduation from the USA, because we used to focus on the conferences as well, man. ISCA, like, tried to submit to ISCA, obviously, and then Micro, HPC, but coming back, I'm struggling with the concept of submitting to Q1, like, journals, which takes forever to submit the papers to, like, the journal to. So what do you think about it? And was it similar maybe in China, and like submitting to top conferences for the PhD requirement? Was it from the beginning, or there some shift maybe happened, like as you said, during those 2 decades?
Changed a lot. So before 2010, there were very, very few students submitting their work to top conferences. Is kind of not the ordinary cases. Not an ordinary case. At that time, most students submitted their work to journal. Even in Chinese journal. So SCI, many people paid attention to SCI. So, but in 2010, the year of 2010, and the China Computer Federation put forward a list, and the list is all the computer top conferences, and then advocated for computer science, we needed to submit work to those top conferences. Since the China Computer Federation, just like the ACM, it has a prestigious reputation in China, and more and more universities accepted the list. And so for many universities, they will have 2 lists. One is for journal. Many majors, their publication are on journal, but computer science is different. So computer science for like promoting, for some kind of evaluation, performance evaluation. So the universities are accepted the list proposed by the CCF, China Computer Federation. So computer science is kind of different from other majors, but CCF played a very, very important role in this shift.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is something I need to do, I guess, to similar, like, I mean, we don't have a federation, but I guess we need to find a way to kind of bring
but you can organize or many universities together to write like an open letter.
Right.
Yeah, I know in the US, they also faced the same situation 40 years ago, probably like 30 years ago, around in the early 1990s. Yeah, then some professor like Dave Patterson, they together write an open letter to the president of universities in the US to claim that computer science is different from other majors. Computer science pay more attention to conference because of like 1, 2, 3 several reasons. Yeah. Right. And finally, in the US, universities accepted a conference as a criteria for evaluating the performance of CS faculty. Yeah, you can find another letter.
Yeah. I should find it. But maybe we can quickly discuss that, like in here. Like, why do you think personally conference is more important in CS and computer engineering rather than journals?
I think this is computer. This is because computer science is developing very, very fast. So usually journal, for example, in computer science area, journal usually took like 1 year or even 2 years to be published. But computer science, you submit, and after several months, 2 months or 3 months, then you get the result. And then after the paper will be published just in like usually in 6 months. Yeah, this very fast. Usually conference, you can find the latest research at a conference rather than journal. Yeah, so this is the first reason. Second reason is for computer science you need a communication. Yeah, you need a communication with many people from different area, from different countries, even from the industry. So conference is a very good venue for this kind of communication. Without communication, people don't know where is the real problems. Yeah, so that is why conference is not just for publication. It is also very important for communication.
So you are one of the leaders, I would say, who is promoting RISC-V in China. So maybe we can, because I mean, it seems like your research topic for your PhD thesis was a bit different, I guess, yes. Right? And now the RISC-V in China, I would say, is kind of associated with you, you're kind of spearheading this whole movement in China. So how did you come to that like conclusion that, I mean, or maybe philosophy of like, this is something I'm interested in, and I will be kind of devoted to it in my country. Can you maybe like a few words about that?
Yeah, I think RISC-V bring us many new opportunities. Since why RISC-V is so popular all over the world, because it is open standard. So standard is different from implementations. Since open standard means everyone can use RISC-V free. This is the standard, the law of standard. And the opportunity of open standard is then based on open standard, we can do open source design. I think open source is a very good opportunity to the open source is a very good opportunity to get involved in the global ecosystem. Right. Yeah, I think like for Kazakhstan, it may be. I think open source probably is a very good bridge. This is a bridge. Yeah, to connect to the global community. So that in China, I can feel the open source. We use open source to open source just like sometimes I think open source just like music. Yeah, you can talk to many people over the world. When you go to every different countries, you can always find some people who are interested in open source, right. And then you can talk to each other, and even you can find some collaboration opportunities. So since currently RISC-V has already brought the open source chip design ecosystem, then I hope I just suggest the Kazakhstan researchers can join, can participate in the open source trend.
Yeah. But when do you think? I mean, when did you decide to kind of start doing this whole open source like movement? I would say, right? Because I mean, like you graduated, right? From, I mean, you got your PhD, and then I think you did your postdoc in Princeton, right? Is open source came up during that period, or is it something that happened after you returned back home to China?
Yeah, I think I benefited a lot from open source when I was a PhD student. So, but even earlier, I'm a big fan of Linux when I was an undergrad student. So, Linux entered China in 1998, and I entered the university in 1999. And at that time, there were a lot of Linux distribution in China. Some are domestic distribution, like a Red Flag. Some are from of other, like Red Hat. Yeah, so I played with Linux at that time. I had my own computer. I installed Linux on my own computer, and I played Linux very often. I was shocked, stunned by Linux. So such a huge operating system. All source codes are open sourced. Yeah. So you can read every line, each line, if you like. So that was so I was impressed by Linux a lot.
The philosophy, right?
Yeah. So I think this is just like a seed planted in my heart.
I see.
So during the undergraduates, the university time, and then when I was a PhD student, my work relied on open source a lot.
Right.
I used a lot of open source tools. I also wrote some open source patches. I submitted some patches for open source projects. For example, like DRAM sim.
Right.
You know, I used it to write patches to connect the M5 with DRAM sim.
I see.
At that time, there was no Gem5.
Right.
there was M5.
M5.
M5 DRAM sim. So I wrote patches to connect M5 with DRAM sim.
Right.
So during my PhD work. So this is why I love the philosophy of open source,
Right.
because of Linux. And then I touch RISC-V because I touched RISC-V in around like 2014. At that time, I was the editorial board. I was a board member of the editorial board of the CCF magazine. So the CCF magazine is one of the most popular magazine in China. Yeah. So one day, a friend from UC Berkeley sent an email to me. He said, okay, there was a Chinese version position paper. The paper entitled the RISC-V instruction set should be free. The case for RISC-V.
Yeah.
So he said, can this paper be published on the communication of CCF? I said, wow, this paper, it's great. So of course. So the paper was published on the second issue of the year 2015. I think this was the first public appearance of RISC-V in China.
I see.
Yeah, I get a. So I know RISC-V. What is RISC-V, and what is I recognize the potential of RISC-V during handling this paper. So I think yes, this is the future.
I see.
Of building a new computer processor ecosystem. Since over the past decades, all the chip ecosystem are dominated by companies,
Right.
like Intel, like ARM, but RISC-V is not owned by companies. So people, the whole community can build the ecosystem together. So I think this is the most difference from previous instruction set architecture.
Right. So in 2014, you said that was the. So when you were editing, were you kind of publishing it in English as well, or was
this is Chinese?
You had to translate it to.
Yeah. So the friend in Berkeley, they already translated
Oh, I see.
English position paper into Chinese, and then they sent the Chinese script to me.
I see.
And ask if the Chinese version can be published on the.
It's Professor Dave Patterson's paper, I believe,
yes,
right?
Yes. And Kazanovich, Krista Kazanovich. The paper, they co-authored the paper.
Yes. Yeah, amazing. And how do you think that was the first occurrence? And obviously, China now is one of the big movers of RISC-V, I would say. Like how like this evolution happened, I guess. Do you maybe, because you seems like you've been there from the very beginning, and here you are right now. Last week you went to RISC-V Summit. Like a lot of Chinese attendance was like part of that summit. So maybe you can like quickly describe how this movement like accelerated in China.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think after we read the paper, we realized the potential of RISC-V, and then my institute, ICT, joined the RISC-V movement. So ICT became the founding member of RISC-V Foundation, which was founded in 2015. Mm-hmm. And inside ICT, more and more research work shifted to the RISC-V platform, and we decided to use RISC-V as the research platform. And then in 2016, there was research work presented on the RISC-V workshop in Boston. Yeah, this work is from ICT, and our work was presented on the 6th RISC-V workshop in 2017, and then later we realized that after we get into the RISC-V, and the more we get into, and the more we realized that the potential, the more potential we realized it. So we decided to we founded the China RISC-V Alliance in 2018, mm-hmm. and in 2019 we launched the One Student One Chip initiative to train the talents for the RISC-V community.
Right.
And then 2020 we launched the Xiangshan projects.
Yeah.
This is our timeline and the roadmap, but there are also some other efforts from the industry, like Alibaba.
Right.
They acquired a chip company, and to form called a T-Head, mm-hmm. the T-Head to build RISC-V chips, RISC-V IPs, the Xuantie IP. So they currently Alibaba is also the board member of RISC-V International.
Right.
Yeah, there are many other efforts together to make RISC-V
mm-hmm.
Develop in China. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Any advice to Kazakhstan maybe, or any like Central Asian like country to enter RISC-V movement, and what are the, I guess, steps to be accomplished to be successful in this movement, I guess?
I think talents is first.
Right.
Well, we need talents, and then from some research projects, we can, when we have talents, and then we can do some RISC-V-based research projects. And once there are some projects can be adopted by the industry, then the loop, you form the loop. Mm-hmm. Once the loop is formed, and then things will grow bigger and bigger. Yeah, I think it's very important to form a loop.
Right.
Yeah, the loop is talent, prototype, products, and profit.
Yes.
Profit to and yes. Once the loop is formed, then everything can run automatically.
Right. So, and what do you think? I mean, because I'm pretty sure like people watching this will say that we don't have that probably last part, like locally, the profit part, because there is no that much of market here in Kazakhstan. So does it have to be local? Is it possible for a country like Kazakhstan, where there is no much hardware design happening, to be successful in this movement? And what are the chances that we can be successful globally?
I don't think local market is is the only market.
Right.
Yeah, since there are many chip vendors, their market is global, like Israel, like Mobileye. So this Israel-based chip vendor, chip company like Mobileye for automotive. So it's Israel market is even smaller
Right.
than Kazakhstan, but the company is from their perspective, their customer is global. So I think you can just view the global as your target market.
Right.
Yeah. The important thing is you need to deliver advanced products. So this is important.
Mm-hmm.
But when you want to deliver advanced products, you need talents.
Right.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to know demands. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes demand is important. So then company need to talk to the users, especially global users. I think Israeli people, they do quite well in this part.
Right.
They have global view. They communicate with people outside of Israel, especially Israel people in the past. They have very good communication with the U.S. market. Yeah. But I think in the future, like Kazakhstan, China is a bigger, is a very huge market.
Right.
Since probably if you want to deliver some advanced products besides talents, you can also find some markets demand from China side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for that answer. Yeah. So your group technically is developing one of the fastest open source processors, right?
Xiangshan. Yeah.
And I mean, I know you already told me. I mean, I already asked you that question, but for our listeners, you can repeat the answer. I mean, you're spending so much time and effort on building this, and you're just pushing it to GitHub, just take it and use it. I mean, I know it's it has to do with the open source philosophy, but maybe can you kind of open up that philosophy a little bit more, just spending so much time and effort, and then because me being a graduate from the U.S. school, which is a lot of a capitalistic kind of view to things, right? Just to try to build something and then sell it. But here it's kind of an opposite philosophy. I mean, you build it, you effort, and you just share it to everyone. So can you maybe just open up your view on this topic?
Yeah, I think Linux did a very good example,
right,
of how open source influence the whole world. Yeah, sometimes for me, I don't think making money is not my first priority. Yeah, I think it's if we can change the world, that is I'm more excited about on changing the world rather than earning money. So this is probably my value. This is my value.
right,
Yeah,
right.
this is first, and then for the whole industry, open source, there are already many good successful example that open source can help the development of industry. Open source is not just free. Open source can also build up a business model. Open source is it also has a market. Yes. So for example, like Linux is open sourced, but there are many commercial companies like Red Hat, like SUSE, and it's just a new business model. The new business model is, I think, it brings us more options, more opportunities, and more choices. Since the open source, you can once you can do by yourself. You can buy services from Red Hat. There are more choices. More choices. I think this is beneficial for the whole industry. We don't need there's not only one solution. So if we look at the software world, there always one commercial version, and then there's an open source version. Always.
Yes.
From open system, like a database, and in the many other areas. I think for chip design, the future of chip design will also be like this. First, chip design itself is very similar to software programming today. So, for example, our chip design, actually we program a lot. We don't need to draw like circuits, like a diagram. But today we design chips by programming, just like software programming. We do verification just like software testing. So a lot of things. There are so many similarity between software and the chip design. Yes, chip manufacturing is another story, but at least for chip design, it's similar to open source, similar to software programming. And then since for software programming, it's already successful for open source. Open source, there are many successful open source stories. I think for chip design in the future, open source is promising. So I used to cite two numbers. Is 96% and 77%. This number is reported by Synopsys, actually Black Ducks. So today they have sampled more than 1,000 softwares and found that 96% of software packages include open source components, and the total open source codes accounts for 77%. So this is today's software world. So if we look at the chip side, the chip design area, so the two number almost zero, almost zero. I think there will be breakthrough of zero. In the future, these two number for chip design will increase from 1%, 2% to 10% to 20%. I think that will happen definitely.
I wish we had more time. I guess we can kind of sort of close up this your research kind of topic, and maybe like use this rest of the time a little bit more on I mean, at least it's very interesting to me. Me being sort of a fresh PhD graduate, like I would say just starting my kind of research kind of career. I mean, you have a huge like institute under you, I would say, right? A lot of students. I mean, how is your? I mean, because a bit earlier you mentioned that you also do some sports. I mean, how do you manage your time? Maybe can we like discuss that a little bit? How can you maybe describe your like one productive day?
Yeah, usually I get up at so different. Usually I get up like 6:30. Sometimes like 6:40, and then I ride my daughter to school. Since the school is close, so it took me only like 20 minutes for road trip, and then I will back. I will back home at like 7:15. Yeah, around 7:15, and then I will do exercise for 30 minutes. Yeah, so I take shower. Then the time usually is like 8:40. Yeah, so, and then I go to my office. Since for me, my advantage is my office, my home, my living places, my daughter's school, all very close. Right. I can just walk to office in 5 minutes. Yeah. So then I start one day's work, and after usually I go back, return home at like 7:30 p.m. and take have some dinner with my parents. My parents are always waiting me. So even I return home at 8 p.m., they will wait for me, and they always want to have dinner together with me. So that is they are. Yeah, I think I just mentioned that when I was a kid, they subscribed many like scientific magazine for me. Now they are at their 70s. They live with us, and so they still like treat me as a kid. Yeah, always waiting me for dinner together. Yeah, and after dinner, so usually I have some online conferences. So this is very common. We have some regular online conference, like on Tuesday night, some on Friday night. Yeah, so I will take some online conference, and then after 10 p.m., usually some like 9:30 p.m., I will go to pick up my wife. She is in Microsoft China, but she is very busy. Sometimes almost she worked until like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. So I will drive a car to pick up her. But it's also very close.
Is she also an engineer?
Engineer. Yeah, she is an engineer. So it's the road trip is again 20 minutes. I think this is very important since you need to maintain the relations between the family member. So sometimes everyone is busy, so you only have some. I think this is a very good time to talk to family member, to my wife, since usually I get up early. I go to office earlier than her. Yeah. She sleep more than me. So and usually at 10 p.m. I pick the whole to home, and we I deal with some mail emails and some my daughter goes to bed.
Yeah.
And my wife is watching some video, and so I will deal with some email and write some article or documents. Yeah. So then after 12 p.m. 12 a.m. actually, yeah, take shower. I usually go to bed. Yeah, it's this is my ordinary
Right.
ordinary day.
Yeah. And how do you like your relationship? So how many students do you have right now? Like PhD students?
Yeah, PhD students in my group is almost like about 20 PhD
20
students,
people.
even more, since because there are some students of other advisors. They also put their students in the group to join the Xiangshan group. So it's more like this is there are multiple faculty together. This is a joint projects.
Right.
Xiangshan is not run by myself, but also some other faculties together.
So I mean, for 20s, I mean, at least for your 20 students, you need like 20 ideas, I guess, novel, advanced ideas, right? So I guess what's the source of inspiration for finding new ideas in research?
Okay, this is a very good question. Since I think my solution is build a platform, build a huge platform. Like Xiangshan is a platform.
Right.
From my perspective, Xiangshan is a large research platform. Since then, if you have such a research platform, so there will be a lot of research problems. Since but the most important part is the platform should be in the cutting edge. Should be the cutting edge project. Since then, the problem will be the cutting edge problem. So that is, you need to push the project to be the most advanced projects, even all over the world. And then it seems like Xiangshan is currently one of the most advanced open source chip projects. Since then, the problem inside Xiangshan is the most advanced, most cutting edge research problem. So there are a lot of research problems inside Xiangshan.
I see. Okay.
So students can pick the problems up to their interests.
Right. Yeah, and I guess not only your students, right? I guess the rest of the world too, because it's an open source now. Yeah, I usually ask our guests about the books, like their favorite books, and for the best comment under the video, I just send that book I buy that book and send it to our guests. I mean, you just while we were driving here, you said that you like a lot writing. You also mentioned that you wrote like about 1 million characters at some point. But how about reading? I mean, you said you read a lot of technical things. I mean, starting from your childhood, from all those magazines. But do you also read some maybe non-scientific, I guess, books, or I mean, something that you really liked and you can recommend to our listeners? Or it could be scientific as well. I mean, it doesn't matter, honestly.
Of course, I read many books. Yeah, I like different kinds of books. Yeah, for example, I like many biographies. Yeah. So, for example, like recently I read the Elon Musk's book, like many others. So, and also I read a novel. Yeah, many novels. Some Chinese novels, some foreign novels. Yeah, I like scientific fiction very much. So if I want to recommend the three body problem, this is a three. Okay, there are three books, three series. This scientific, this sci-fi is written by a Chinese author called Liu Zixin. But this book already has this series already had an English version, and there are also some video. I think one video is produced by Netflix, and in China there's a video produced by Tencent. Yeah, Tencent. So this book is very. Actually, I was kind of impressed by this novel. Just like Linux, impressed by Linux.
I see.
Yeah, I hope you like this book.
Okay.
You can try this book. Yeah.
I guess I'll for the best comment, guys, watching this video. I hope I can find this book, like physically. If not, at least I'll buy electronic version maybe and send it to you. Thank you so much, Professor Bao. Thank you. First of all, thank you for coming to Kazakhstan. It's really appreciated. I wish you all the best. I mean, all the success in all your projects, and I hope like all the projects that you're doing reach the maximum success possible. Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.